Now, on our trip from Coal Camp to Space Camp, the question may arise, why go? Well, back when I made my trip, I was working for a company that I helped establish, the Loyal Company. Now, in 1749, we asked the Council of Virginia, or the people that made the rules, for a large tract of land in the area that's now southeast Kentucky so that we could settle it and have people in that area. But before they gave us permission, we had to promise that we would have people there. Now, because I had experience as a surveyor, I was the one chosen to explore the area and decide where the settlements would be. Now, I have to admit that the wild area beyond Virginia always held a fascination for me that I was unable to resist. And my motto always was, live a full life full of fire and spirit. So anyway, the Loyal Company paid me to take the trip because they knew that after we had people settled there, that they could make money. There was also another reason that they wanted the land to be settled. George Washington and other leaders in Virginia were worried about some of the attacks that the French were provoking the Indians to make, and so they felt like Virginia would be much safer with settlements in the area to the west. So anyway, I selected 5 pioneers to go with me that I felt were the bravest and most competent men that I could find. Now, the Cumberland Gap is called the Gateway to the West because until it was discovered, the Appalachian Mountains were a divider that kept the colonists from exploring and settling further west. But this narrow opening provided a gap in that divider and gave people access to the lands beyond. Now, Native Americans had been in the area for years before me, and I possibly wasn't even the first European to go through the area. But I was the first one to leave a record of it. Now, when I first went through on April 13, 1750, I called it Cave Gap. But 10 years later, renamed it the Cumberland Gap, like I said earlier, in honor of the Duke of Cumberland. Now, I can't begin to describe the sense of awe and wonderment that I felt when I first came through this area. I mean, it was nature at its best, unscarred by humans. And it wasn't just that it was beautiful. I saw that there was room for life and expansion. Of course, I never dreamed that over in the Yellow Creek Valley over there, the site now of modern-day Middlesboro, Kentucky, that it would become the city that it has, but still, it was nature, unscarred and beautiful. Of course, I say that it was a case that it wasn't touched by human hands, but I have to admit, I did carve my name into a beech tree so that people that came after me would know that I had been there.
Explorers in the past, and explorers in the present, and explorers in the future will always be looking for new places, in part because of new opportunities.
And it's also fun to see new places, especially if you're first.
Girls, come back down here. But you know, that's true. There is something exciting about being in a place that no one else has been. And I guess if we think about it, everyday coal miners go underground to places where no one else has ever gone.
My daddy said that once. He said that he felt like Christopher Columbus below sea level.
And he is, in a way.